Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Welcome to this session again. Sorry for being out for too long. Now we're continuing with the topic called matrices. Kama sisi matrice ya movie, so do not think I know a lot of kids think that this is a matrix movie. No, this is a topic in maths. So the movie came from this topic, to be short. Now let's start the session. Let's start dealing with this question. Now, usually a matrix is something like this. But let's start with the question itself. Now, a fruit vendor sells boxes of apples and oranges at 3 different locations. His total sales in boxes for January are given in the table below. We have apples, oranges, Kitui, Makweni, Machakos, all of those. We have 12, 10, 8, 15, 7, 9. Now, matrix is just information that's enclosed in something, maybe brackets. Yeah. So in short, the question is asking you to represent the cells in matrix form. Therefore, you put the bracket and the numbers are enclosed in it. So 12, 10, 8, 15, 7, 9. Just write the same numbers, but now without this and this. Yeah. Just write them in this form. So that is a matrix. I don't think it's hard. It's very simple. This is your matrix. Now let's go to the other. You can try this question out. You've been told that the table below shows the number of games played by learners in 3 different schools. There's always school, Shinji school, Msingi school, football, volleyball, netball. Represent the information as a matrix. Pause the video and try it out by yourself. Again, it's easy. So let me write this way. 14, 21, 30. We have 27. We have 32. We have 40. 15, 34 na 17. 17. Simple. Ama ukitaka waweza iandika hivi, but it's still the same. Ukiandika hivi pia sasa si ati kuwa umekataliwa, but it's still the same thing. So yeah, so something like this and enclose it hivyo. So that's also a matrix. Tuendelee au tusiendelee? Sasa to expound on matrices, you've been told that state the order of each of the following matrices. We have W, we have K, let's say we have Y, we have N, whichever letter that you can take. But now, order is usually given by the number of rows times column. Yani imepangwa vipi hiyo matrix ndo twaita order yake. So tunaanza na row kisha column. A row is usually the one that starts from left to right. This is something that my students said. So rows are usually horizontal. Columns are vertical. So these are columns. Column 1, column 2, column 3, 4, that way. But rows are basically like this. These are rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, this way. So ukianza na matrix ya kwanza, we have only 2 rows. So we have row 1, we have row 2. So this is a row. Row 1, row 2. So when you're starting to write the matrix, the order of the matrix, you start with 2. And then we have, let's use another one. Then we have row, we have columns, that is, we remain use just columns. We have column 1, 2, 3. So basically this is column 1, column 2, column 3. So it's rows by columns. So it's 2 by 3 columns. So yeah. So this is the answer for the first question. What about the other question? And the other question is this one. K. Now for K, how many rows do you have? And how many columns? We have 3 rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3. So therefore, you'll start by writing the number of rows. Then we have 3 columns, column 1, column 2, column 3. So it's a 3 by 3 matrix. Come on. Now pause the video and try to do this by yourself. I think most probably you've done it. Now you paused it and done it. So how many rows again? Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. How many columns? Column 1, 2, 3, and column 4. So it's a 4 by 4 matrix. Now again, let's try with the other one. Row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2, column 3. So we start with the rows. You have 3 rows and 3 columns, 3 by 3. Now let's go to the other question. Now for the other question, it's asking you to write 2 matrices of the following order, 1 by 3 and the other one 2 by 3, which is also very simple. Now 1 by 3 means 1 row by 1 column. So I can write any matrix, but as long as it has a 1 row and a 1, not 1 row, and it should be 3 columns, 1 by 3. 1 row and 3 columns. So let's start with writing this one. So I can write something like 5, 6, 7. Now we have only 1 row, but 3 columns. Column 1, column 2, column 3. So is it hard? No. So remember, you can also have something like this, -1, 3, and 5. This is also 1 by 3 matrix. You can pause and add others if you want. You can write any number, but as long as it just has 1 row and 3 columns. The other question, pause it and do it. Now for this question, we have 2 rows and 3 columns. So 2 rows and 3 columns. Let's say now we have 1, 5, -1, 6, 7, and 0. So this is 2 columns. This is 2 rows, sorry. Row 1, row 2, but 3 columns. And it's not a must for you to write this. Just if you just write this, yeah, this is your answer basically. So hopefully that is understandable. Now let's go to the other question, but if you want I can add others. Let's say 5, -1, 0, 0, 1, 5. Now identify the matrices which are compatible. We have W, we have M, we have X, we have P. Now compatible matrices are matrices that have the same number of rows, they have same number of rows, or they have same order. So those are a combination of 2 matrices that have the same order. That is, they have the same number of rows and same columns. So those 2 matrices have same rows and same columns. Same rows and columns. So let's take an example. W from this question. W is 1, 3, 7, 8. So the order of this is a 2 by 2 matrix. There's another matrix with the same thing, with the same order, that is X, because X is also it has the same order. So W and X, because it has the same order, it has the same rows and columns. So it's 5, 8, 3, 2. This is also 2 by 2, and therefore W and X are compatible. Another one is M and P. M being 8, 3, 1, 2, 6, 9, and P being 4, 0, -7, 6, -9, and 5. So obviously this one is a 3 by 2, and this one is also 3 by 2. Therefore M and P are also compatible. And why are we studying this? We'll find out in the next slide. Now, if M equal to 4, 2, 3, 5, 0, 1 and N equal to 1, 2, 6, 7, or 2, 6, 1, 7, 3, find M plus N. Now, in matrices, you can add 2 matrices as long as they are compatible, and therefore you can add them. If they are not compatible, it means that they're not addable. You can't add those 2. So let's look at the order of M. The order of M is a 2 by 3. n is also 2 by 3, therefore they are compatible. Now let's add them up. So we have 4, 2, 3, 5, 0, 1 plus 1, 2, 6, 1, 7, 3. Let's add them up. We have 4 plus 1, which is 5. We have 2 plus 2, which is 4. 3 plus 6, which is 9. 5 plus 1, which is 6. 0 plus 7, which is 7. 1 plus 3, which is 4. And therefore, this is your answer. Yeah, isn't it interesting? Let's continue. Add the following matrices. Now try it by yourself. Okay. Now let's add them up. No, it's not hard. So 3 plus 4 is again 7. 1 plus 5 is 6. 4 plus 0 is 4. 7 plus 2 is 9. 2 plus 9 is 11. 5 plus 7 is 12. 0 plus 1 is 1. 6 plus 8 is 14. And 8 plus 3 is 11. So that is your answer. But what if you change these signs? Let's say instead of having positive, we can have negatives in rows one of the matrices. Right. What if something like that happens here? Then what do you do? So let's take a good example. Let's change one of this. Let's say you have -1, -5. You might have -9 here. So let me rewrite it and say 3, -1, 4. We have 7, 2, and 5. We have 0, 6, 8. Plus you have 4, -5, 0, 2, -9, 7, 1, 8, and 3. Then it becomes the same way that you added them, but this is how the answers will be different. 3 plus 4 gives you 7. -1 minus 5 gives you -6. 4 plus 0 gives you 4. 7 plus 2 gives you 9. 2 plus -9 gives you -7. 5 plus 7 gives you 12. 0 plus 1 gives you 1. 6 plus 8 gives you 14. 8 plus 3 gives you 11. And therefore, this is your answer. Right, now let's try other questions. Now let's try out this question. Now we've been told find a minus b and then b minus a. So a minus b is just this minus this. So let's try it out. So we have 9. Okay, we have 9, 5, 7. Let me write it well. We have 9, 5, 7. We have 8, 6, and 4. Then minus it with b, which is 6, 3, 4, 4, 5, 3. Now let's minus this. It's also the same way. They should be compatible for you to subtract those two. And you just do it the same way as you did with addition. 9 minus 6, it gives you 3. 5 minus 3 gives you 2. 7 minus 4 gives you 3. 8 minus 4 gives you 4. 6 minus 5 gives you 1. And 4 minus 3 gives you 1. So that's a minus b. But what if it's b minus a? Then it's the opposite. For this stage, then you'll start with the b, which is your b 6, 3, 4, 4, 5, 3. Minus your a, which is 9, 5, 7, 8, 6, and 4. So let's subtract this. 6 minus 9. Now this one gives you -3. Then 3 minus 5 gives you -2. 4 minus 7 gives you -3. 4 minus 8 gives you -4. 5 minus 6 gives you -1. And lastly, 3 minus 4 gives you -1 as well. And therefore, this is your answer. I don't think it's that hard. It's very simple. Now, let's go to questions that you can do. Now, this one question, these are two questions that you can try it out. You can pause it. But now, let's try it. So, again, 2 minus 1 gives you 1, 7 minus 5 gives you 2, 6 minus 2 gives you 4, 3 minus 0 gives you 3. But what if your question was not like this, right? Instead, the question was written this way. Now, what if the question was written this way, and instead of positives, we have negatives inside? So let's say this one, instead of positive 7 is negative 7, and we have 6, we have 3, minus it, but this is negative 1, let's assume this is negative 5, then we have 2 and 0. So then how do you subtract this? Right, again, it's very, very easy. 2 minus negative 1. Remember, it's 2 minus negative 1. So therefore, the minus and the minus becomes a positive 1. So therefore, it's just saying 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 gives you, it's just the same as saying 2 plus 1, which gives you 3. So 2 minus negative 1 is just 2 plus 1, which is 3. Again, minus 7 minus negative 5. So it's just plus, and therefore minus 7 plus 5 gives you negative 2. So this is negative 2. Now what about 6 minus 2 gives you 4, and 3 minus 0 gives you 3. So this is what happens if you have negative signs inside the bracket and you're subtracting it. So now let's try with this last question. 3 minus 2 gives you 1, 4 minus 3 gives you 1, 7 minus 4 gives you 3, 7 minus 2 gives you 5, 9 minus 5 gives you 4, 3 minus 1 gives you 2, 5 minus 2 gives you 3, 6 minus 5 gives you 1, and 2 minus 0 gives you 2. Therefore, this is your answer. Tamam. So it's not that hard. Now let's try this last question and we call it a day. Now you ask yourself, a minus 2 equal to 8. Therefore, what is a? So put the negative 2 the other side, plus 2, and a therefore is 10. Right. So a plus 2 gives you 10. So therefore a is equal to 10. Now what about b minus 1 equal to 2? Therefore, what's our b? So b minus 1 equal to 2. If you put here, becomes plus 1. So therefore b equal to 3. Done. What about d? Right. 7 minus d equal to 5. So negative d comes here. This one comes here. 7 minus 5 equal to d. And therefore d equal to 7 minus 5, which is 2. So done with d. Then we have 9 minus 7 gives you c. So 9 minus 7 gives you c. Therefore c is equal to 2. Not that hard. And last but not least, 6 minus 3 gives you is. Not even, we haven't finished yet. So we know that 6 minus 3 gives you e. And therefore 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. And lastly is f. Now we know that f minus 5 minus f equal to 4. So 5 minus f equal to 4. So if you put f to the other side, this one comes here, this one comes here, and therefore 5 minus 4 equal to f, and f is equal to 1. Right. So let's write the real answers. A equal to 10, b equal to 3, c equal to 2, d equal to 2, e equal to 3, and f equal to 1. The other way that you can do is quite easy and not hard, which you can try it out here. We can say that A minus 2 gives you 8. So it means that there was a number that you subtracted 2 to 2 to give you 8. And that number is 10. Again, the same thing. 7 minus D gives you 5. There was a number that you subtracted from 7 to give you 5, and that number is 2. So in that way, you'd find the other unknowns. But for now, I think I've answered all of your questions. If you have any other questions, you can subscribe to the channel and ask them in the comment section. Tamam. It's not a must for you to subscribe to ask questions. You can ask without even subscribing. But it's better you subscribe than you ask the questions, so that you can follow up my videos. Now, if you need other videos from me as well, you'll find it for grade 9. You'll find it on the description below there, or you can find it at the comment section, or at the end of the video there's a playlist that you might find for grade 9 topics. So don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and وهذا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته, and let's meet in the next